Spoiler, this video isn't about WooCommerce or Shopify. This video is about having the perfect anatomy and perfect structure for your D2C brand store. Stay tuned. Hi friends, this is Harsh Mahajan. Welcome to Harsh Mahajan channel. Today we are going to talk about having the perfect anatomy for your D2C brand store. Before we get started, there are few things which we should keep in mind before we are building up our own D2C brand store or we are looking to redesign our existing store. First is we should design it for our mobile audience. Many times people have the thinking that they are going to design it for the desktop version of the site and they keep on designing and checking the site on their laptop devices. But in fact, the reality is more than 80% of our traffic comes now from mobile devices. So it has to be perfectly designed for the awesome experience for our mobile users. You should know your USP. It should be very clear in which niche you are targeting. What is the USP you want to highlight or project on your website? If you don't know about how to do it, then definitely you are going to screw up your whole website. So first ponder on what is your exact USP, what's the value you want to deliver to your audience, and then start designing up your website. Third is always keep in mind that your website has to be optimized for best speed and performance. So you have to design in that fashion so that it can be optimized for speed and performance. It should load in less than 2 seconds and it should not have any clutter or chaos which can give a slightly bad experience to the user. Now when we are designing a perfect D2C brand store, we have to keep in mind that there are two fundamental things which are very important for a website in mobile devices. First is above the fold we say, and second is below the fold we say. What does above the fold and below the fold means? Above the fold means when the things which you're seeing once you land up on your website, and above the fold is when you scroll do your first scroll. What are the things you are seeing on your on the landing page or on the website? So we have to keep in mind that these two are essentially the most important aspects for any mobile driven website, because these are the point when the user is actually going to land up on your website and going to browse your site. And initial 2 to 3 seconds or 5 seconds is the thing when user is actually going to stick it. If he is going to like it, he is going to stick it, else he is going to just bounce back. So what should be the key elements you should have in above the fold, and what things you can keep in below the fold? Let's discuss that. For above the fold, one thing is very clear for any kind of high performing sites right now. We need a very clean and clear structure. So what does that mean by clean and clear structure? That essentially we could have a structure like a home page, a category page, subcategory page, and then the product page. Or we can have a further simpler structure: home page, category page, and the product page. This way your link equity is going to be very easy. It will be very easy for the users to navigate your website. So when you are designing above the fold version, what things you should do in mind? You should have a simple hamburger button. What is a hamburger button? The button you see on the top, either on the left or right, and there is a top 3 or 4 lines to click it, and then a menu comes. That's a hamburger button. You should have a simple hamburger button which is visually clearly visible. When you click on the hamburger button, the most important aspects for your D2C brand should be there. Don't just pull it up with about us, our team, and so on page. Simply bang on the target. What are the category pages or the deals or the products? You can keep further pages for the reference for the user, but first try to focus on the key element or the key pages which is most relevant to drive the revenue for your business, because most likely they are going to click on that hamburger button and going directly to the category page. Like if you are a beauty brand, they might click on a hair care product or a skin care page and they are directly going to go on a hair care or a skin care product page. So first of all, you have to have a very uh, simple hamburger button with a clean and clear menu. Second thing, you should have a exact space search on above the fold so that people can easily browse your website. Again, your card and your account element should be clearly visible. You should have the clear icons which can tell users that this is your card, this is your account section. Then the rest of the section where the actually a user is seeing on the home page, you should focus that either it should be a carousel or a product product video or an image, something which highlights or delivers the value to the user. Don't focus or jump it on just any ordinary image. You can also have the callouts for marketing like top deals or BOGO offer, something which again delivers the value and urges the user to buy a product. Now let's discuss about what should you have below the fold on your mobile screen. What should be the key components? Well, like I mentioned, below the fold means when you do a first scroll and you see those images or those carousel on your landing page. So what essentially you should do is, since we are a D2C, we are making a D2C site, we should either have the category carousels or the category cards which we want to highlight. We can also focus or push the key features, key values our products have. So it depends on, like I mentioned before, you should know the USP you want to tell to the users. You can have the carousel cards, you can have the top features, you can also put the top offers or columns you have, like buy one offer, buy one get one, the banking offers, or anything else which is relevant for your users to browse and navigate. Then further, again, you should focus on things which help user to further buy the products. Like you can have a section for best sellers, top sellers, new arrivals, or deals. Again, you can pick any format, cards or carousel. Generally, we have a layout of 2x2 or 2x3 for the products or the carousels. We have a 4 or 5 products in the carousel. You have to keep in mind that you cannot have every carousel or every card. You have to mix those to give a better customer browsing experience, as well as you have to keep in mind the loading speeds. More carousel means the site might get load slightly slow. So you have to balance out on that aesthetics part. Then once you do 2 or 3 scrolls, have again the product videos, the brand videos, or simply the blog section, and then the footer should be clearly visible about the brand, the company, and all those relevant information which is required to run the business. That is there. Now let's come to the category or the collection pages. These are the most underrated pages I have seen in most of the D2C sites or the e-commerce websites. People just tend to say that this is a category page, just make a list of products and push it there, and they forget that this is essentially the second most important page after the homepage for you, and you are also most likely to get the backlinks on this page. So it is very important that you focus on a category page. What should be the key things we should have in the category page? The most again the common question I have, especially when we are browsing it in a mobile device. The first I'll say is that you should have at least 1 or 2 banners which can highlight what are the type of products you have, or the values, or the niche about it, or particularly the niche about that category. So have at least 1 or 2 category banners which helps the users to understand that this category is about this, and he can see on the top landing only that, again on the above the fold part, that what are the products or the offers or the prices or the features you have. Again, something which delivers a value to the user. And then the most important part which most of the sites forget is that this is the place where essentially a user has to browse your product. So you should have all the refiners and the filters which can help the browsing experience. Like have a simple filter where you can sort the products from the prices from low to high, high to low, from the alphabetical order, using the sizes, the colors, or any other technical parameters you feel is relevant for your niche. Put that as definers so that it becomes easier for the users to navigate that website. It is very important that we think from the perspective of a customer, that we are not going to spend so much time on browsing just or searching for a simple product. So focus on that part, and if possible, always try to have some text where you can link the common search queries and make the corrections, or can redirect those links or those queries to the targeted products, because they are more likely to get the best searches on the Google, and you are more likely to get the traffic on that. So if you have those in-link outlinks, it is going to give you the ability to rank better in the search results. Now let's talk about the product pages. We have talked about the home page, above the fold, below the fold. We have also talked about the category page. Now the product page. This is actually your money page. When I say money page, because all the other pages were designed to get the customer to this page, and this is the page where the actual transaction or the actual the intent of the customer will be there to buy a product. So first of all, make sure that you have at least 4 to 5 high resolution images of a product, preferably short. Most of the people just take the images over the internet, they just took those, edit those slightly images and put it on the website. This is absolutely a bad practice. You should have either the 3D rendered images of your product, or you should go for the product shoot. But make sure at least you have 4 to 5 images, in which at least you have the front shot, the back shot, the side shots, and 2 or 3 infographical images, which again tells the user what is the use of a product. Don't expect a user to browse that whole, keep on navigating or scrolling the product online. Try to at least deliver that value once he lands up on the product page. Again, you can put the product video if you have. That is the most easiest way for a user to understand what the product is about. Again, have clear filters, usually like of the color, sizes, or any other variant you want to put it on. Have a simple, easy to visually able to visually see buy now button or add to cart button. If possible, then below the fold section should have the kind of A plus content you see on the product pages, where you have essentially defined all the benefits of a product and the users in that below the fold section. Then again, you want to cross sell or upsell the products, and you can show the similar products or products from the different category which a customer can buy. Again, from the perspective of a user, that it will be very easy for him to buy the products in one shot. Also keep in mind that when you want to scale up the business, you will like to put a lot of offers on your website. So design a landing page, the product page, in such a fashion that you can showcase the banking offers, the offers from the BNP players, or any other good information which is very, very relevant for the users. You can also showcase the shipping or the delivery information. Try to highlight the most important points in the bullet section. That is there. So let's discuss about the final and the most important component for your D2C brand store or e-commerce store. That is the checkout page. This is the page where the most of the abandoned cart happens. And the reasons most of the time is that the guest checkouts either are not available or the payment hasn't gone successfully. So what you should have in that checkout page. First, a very simple checkout page with ideally a 1-step or a 2-step checkout process. The product added in the cart should be clearly visible. The amount should be clearly visible. The shipping information, whether it's a free shipping or a paid shipping or any COD charges there, that is should be clearly visible. Your banking offers or the coupons should be again easily visible. You should urge a user to buy more and save more. So you should cross sell or upsell the other products. You can tell them these are the other suggested products. You can give them the offers such as, buy a product of say 500 rupees more and get additional 10% or 20% off. So design those offers, push that information here so that the conversion can actually happen. You want less number of abandoned carts and the most number of successful purchases. So focus on that part. Most of the times people find it difficult to apply the coupons, or they are unable to use the different wallets they want to use it. So make all that information clearly visible on a single checkout page, and then your conversions will definitely going to rise. So this video was totally around what should be the perfect anatomy of a D2C store. I hope you like this video. Stay tuned, do subscribe and share this channel.